Let's talk about the best movies of 2020. 2020, what a year! It started pretty normal, and then everything changed. Streets get empty, and trips for groceries are only trips you may have this year. Movies started to get delayed and delayed and delayed into oblivion. People started to buy toilet paper like it would solve all of their problems. And you are working at home and you are sleeping at home and every day looks the same. And then you get a new dog and it helps a lot. Well, maybe only I did. But now I have a company and every day walks. So what I'm trying to say is that dogs are awesome and that the last year was unusual, so there wasn't much to do for a movie lover. But let's talk about our movie experience last year. I chose few of my favorite movies and to make it more interesting, I divided them into categories. Let's start with the most exciting one.
Best Action Movie.
Nominees are
Extraction.
Netflix wanted to have their own John Wick, so they made this. It's not as good as Wick, but it's still fun to watch.
Bloodshot.
Vin Diesel doing his another Vin Diesel movie. It's perfectly fine to play in the background.
Bad Boys for Life.
They are back, and with them we have action, funny moments and family drama. And the winner is Bad Boys for Life. Woo! Will Smith still got it, and after all these years he has great chemistry with his co-star Martin Lawrence. The plot of the movie may be very standard, but the execution is good enough to give us a fine movie. There are shootings, explosions, chases and even emotional scenes that can surprise you.
There were supposed to be more action movies in 2020, but they get delayed. So I hope this year will be more movies to choose from. But now...
Best Comedy.
Nominees are
Borat subsequent movie film.
Borat doing Borat things, but this time with daughter.
Palm Springs.
Groundhog Day, but as a romantic comedy with some fresh ideas.
The Lovebirds.
One Bad Day for a couple with a murder mystery.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Bill and Ted go on another crazy adventure. And the winner is Palm Springs. For me, this movie came out of nowhere, and it was funny and fresh. Andy Samberg and Christy Milioti have a great chemistry on screen. J.K. Simmons is very great as usual. And my life in 2020 felt like this movie. Every day was repeating itself, so extra points for that.
But we have a special consolation prize called...
It wasn't so bad as I thought it would be.
And it goes to Bill and Ted Face the Music. At the start I thought this movie would be a disaster, but it's not so bad. I laughed a couple times and the story is pretty excellent. For a fans of Keanu or a Bill and Ted, it's a must-see.
Let's get a little more serious and talk about...
Best Drama.
Nominees are
The Trial of the Chicago 7.
movie based on a true story of a 1969 trial of Chicago 7 charged with conspiracy and inciting riots.
The Devil All the Time.
I have no idea how to describe this movie, but for sure it's dark and full of memorable performances. And the winner is The Trial of the Chicago 7. I didn't know much about this trial in Chicago, but you don't really need to know anything to enjoy this movie. All actors are doing their best and they elevate a simple story of a trial to another level. Only thing that I wasn't happy with is the ending. But it may be a problem that it's based on a true story and real life doesn't really have an ending.
It's time for the saddest category, but we have to talk about it.
Best Last Movie starring Chadwick Boseman.
Nominees are
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Boseman gives an electric performance as a musician who wants more from life.
The Five Bloods.
Boseman plays a dead soldier who appears in flashbacks from time to time. And the winner is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I really like The Five Bloods, but Boseman plays a supporting role in it. In Ma Rainey's Black Bottom he gets much more screen time, and he uses it. He is charismatic and a little crazy. It's based on a play, so the whole movie has an amazing rhythm and music.
And if we are talking about music, then let's talk about these movies. I'm not sure if those are musicals or not, so this category is called...
Best Movie with Singing Characters.
Nominees are
Eurovision Song Contest The Story of Fire Saga.
Will Ferrell has a dream to win an Eurovision.
Trolls World Tour.
It's a sequel to Trolls, but with more trolls.
Over the Moon.
Colorful Adventure to the Moon. And the winner is Over the Moon. It's a fine Pixar movie that wasn't made by Pixar. Animation and music is very nice. Story is investing and the characters are fantastic. It's very vibrant, so children should be entertained.
And now,
Best documentary.
This category makes me feel dumb for not watching more documentaries, but for me there is only one movie worthy talking about. So I guess the winner is The Social Dilemma. Great portrayal of modern social media addiction. It literally changed my view of the world. This is a must-see for anyone who uses social media.
let's get spooky and talk about
Best Halloween movie.
Well, I really have watched only one Halloween movie, and it's Happy Halloween. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. So I guess the winner is The Invisible Man. It didn't come out on Halloween, but it's a wonderful Halloween movie. Universal has been trying to create its own creepy cinematic universe for a while, but it hasn't been very successful. They were making big and dumb movies. The Invisible Man proves that a film does not need to have a large budget or a story about destroying the world. Here we have a smaller story, but it's an investing one. Elizabeth Moss gives an incredible performance that helps us immerse ourselves into the story. I hope that the next movies in this universe will go similar ways.
Can you hear the bells? Because it's time for
Best Christmas movie.
Nominees are...
The Christmas Chronicles Part 2.
It's similar to the first Chronicles, but worse.
Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey.
They dance, they sing, and they obviously had a big budget because this movie looks very good. And the winner is... Your any other favorite Christmas movie. Instead of this year's Christmas movie, I recommend watching some older movies. For example, there's a brilliant animated movie called Klaus that came out in 2019, and I really recommend you give him a watch.
It's time for Unexpected category.
Best Pet.
And the winner is...
Cheesecake! I really recommend getting a dog from a shelter. You will give him a home and he will help you in those strange times. And now, for an emotional blackmail. Look him in the eyes and subscribe. And now, from one adorable animal to another animal-like character. In category of
Best Video Game Adaptation.
The winner is... Sonic the Hedgehog! We've all seen this awful first trailer, but the movie redeemed itself by reworking Sonic design, and surprisingly, it was a fun family movie. Characters were amusing and the chemistry between James Marsden and Sonic was charming. Ben Schwartz did an amazing job voicing Sonic. And of course we have to talk about Jim Carrey. He was hilarious and enjoyable to watch. I felt like I was teleported back to my childhood.
And if we are talking about childhood, let's talk about
Best Animated Movie.
Nominees are...
Onward.
Two elfin brothers set off into a magical adventure.
The Willoughbys.
Something about kids with terrible parents. It was alright.
Soul.
Pixar's deepest movie.
Scoop.
You all know him and you all love him. It's Scooby-Doo. And the winner is... Soul. This movie is more for adults than for children. The story is about a sudden death of a man who was not ready to die. He tries to find his way back to life, but will eventually find himself. Damn, that was deep! And it's Pixar, so besides a top-notch story, there are impressive animation and voiceovers. It's one of my favorite 2020 movies.
Oh boy, we have all been waiting for it.
Best Superhero Movie.
What do we have here? Ugh. Let's skip this category this year. And now, a movie that we need to talk about, that inspired me to create this channel to make people love it as much as I do. Unfortunately, after making all these videos, I don't like it as much as before, but still in the category.
Best Mind-Twisting Movie.
The winner is... Tenet! Nolan did it again. He took a simple story and he made it extremely complicated. For some it's a good thing, for others it's bad, but it's definitely one of the most original time travel ideas I've seen in years. That's why there are a lot of videos on my channel explaining how it all works. But we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Characters aren't the best. Bad guy wants to destroy the world, The good guy wants to stop him and the mother wants to protect her son. There isn't too much backstory to any of them and I didn't really feel any chemistry. And now it depends on how you like your movies. I was very impressed with the whole concept of inversion. So I had a lot of fun watching this movie and searching for more information about it. It's a big recommendation from me and in case of any problems I recommend checking out my other videos.
Before we start the last category, I have to make an honorable mention.
The Hunt. A movie that I knew nothing about and it surprised me. Story with every minute becomes more and more interesting. There was a bit of controversy around this movie, but I'm not into politics and I just liked the movie for what it was. Fun, action-packed and entertaining 2 hours. This movie is as good thanks to Betty Gilpin's incredible performance. If you have already heard of this movie, you probably know if you want to watch it or not. But if you don't know it, give it a try, you might like it.
And now for all the bells and whistles, it's time for my favorite movie and the last category.
Best movie.
And the winner is 1917.
Wait. Isn't that 2019 movie?
Well, yes, but I have watched it in January, and no other 2020 movie came even close to that. This may be my last chance to talk about this movie, so I will take advantage of it and I will stretch the rules a little bit.
1917 takes place, well, in 1917. 2 soldiers are sent to deliver a message that could save many lives. It's before phones and the internet, so they have to deliver it in person. Of course, a lot will happen along the way. The plot and performances are fine, but what makes this movie stand out is the way it was shot. All the scenes blend seamlessly together and looks as if they were shot in one long take. It might be just a trick, but for me it worked. And I was fully immersed in what was happening on the screen. There was an encounter with one enemy soldier that made my heart beat faster. I don't know if this movie works as well when watched at home, but for me it's a must-see for everyone. It may be 2019 movie, but it's still the best movie I watched in 2020.
I wasn't able to watch all the movies that I wanted to, but this is my movie experience in 2020. Let me know how did your 2020 look like, or maybe you don't agree with my picks. Let's talk about it in the comments. And Happy New Year! May 2021 be better than 2020, because if not, then we are